And hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
A very good morning, everyone. Welcome to Early Childhood Career Entrepreneurship Coffee Talk, organized by Open University Malaysia. I'm Dr. Fung, the Program Director of the Bachelor of Early Childhood Education. I'm delighted to introduce our special guest today, Ms. Michelle Hiong. Hi, welcome to the Coffee Talk today.
Hi, Dr. Lu. And hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. And I'm very delighted to have this opportunity to share a little bit about my entrepreneurship journey in early childhood education.
Okay, today she will tell us about the challenges she faced along her journey, a vision for the future, and she will give us some advice for inspiring entrepreneurships in early childhood education. Okay, so let me introduce Michelle Hiong. Okay, welcome to the session.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, Michelle Hiong is the founder and the CEO of Pink Tower Childcare Center. She has more than 20 years experience in early childhood education. She also was the founder of Malaysia Institute of Childcare Service Organization. And now she is pursuing her PhD in early childhood. She has Master in Education, Teaching and Learning, Bachelor in Early Childhood Education. She is Certified Professional Trainer and Accredited TVET Trainer as well. Okay, so, Michelle, thank you for joining us today. Can you share with us your experience and the journey of starting up your early childhood journey?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I would like to let everyone know, why I started this journey. At the first place, I was right after, graduated from SPM. That time I was really lost. I do not know what is my direction and what am I going to do after the SPM. So I simply finding any courses and just graduate a certificate and jump into the career, whereby I realized that those careers are not something that I really, really love and pursue for my life. So until I got an opportunity to give a part-time tuition to my neighborhood, that time I realized that, hey, teaching young children is so fulfilling. Teaching young children from unknown to known and seeing them acquire this knowledge and seeing them smile every day is something that I found so passionate about. So from there, I realized that early childhood is the passion that I want to pursue for my life. So from there, I actually proposed to my mom. Yeah, I wanted to be an entrepreneur and I wanted to start up my own childcare center. And I'm very fortunate. My mom are very, very supportive and she really took up her saving and supported me. So of course, I couldn't just take the money and open up a childcare center. I enrolled a diploma course, that time in diploma in Montessori. It took 2.5 years. So when that time, I studying part-time at the weekend, but during the weekdays, I work full-time in a childcare center. By gaining the experiences for 2.5 years and pursuing my diploma after 2.5 years, graduating the next day, I opened my own childcare center and start recruiting students. So that is that time when I think back, it's really challenging. It's not easy. I think first thing first is the determination. I realized that without determination, I wouldn't be starting from a scratch until where am I today. Yeah.
Okay, that's very inspiring.
Thank you.
Okay, so Michelle, I believe that our audience also can empathize your early experience. Yeah? So along the way, can you share some of the key challenges in your journey and how you can overcome the challenges?
Sure. I think I break it into a few stages because as the organization grow bigger and bigger, there are few types of challenges that I have encountered. First thing first is when I first started, there's no branding, do not know what is meant by branding, marketing, unlike the current, kind of marketing. Last time when we want to do the marketing, we just like build up the banding, put up the banding, and then start recruiting students, distribute some flyers. Then the students will come, the parents will come and make inquiries. That time 20 years ago, as long as we have a nice setups of the environment, and then we prepared ourselves on the curriculum, then we can start taking students and start to do business. At that time, at the beginning, without any branding, it's still not a big issue, because the parents actually looking for home style kind of environment. As long as they find that your environment is nice and it meets their philosophy of teaching, then the parents will enroll. So that was back to 20 years ago. So the challenges was just at the foundation. I mean, as a startup, that time is struggling on stabilized business. It's like struggling on break even. We need to have enough income, and then we need to produce our own income as well. So as a founder, usually the last person who receives the salary, whereby I have to take care of others' employees first. So that was my first stage of especially the first few years of the journey. But when it comes to the stabilized stage, that will take for me, I take a bit longer because I do not have any experiences as a good leader, the quality of a leader, and I do not know how to really build up the system. So it took me about 5 years in order for me to build the system and how to develop talent and so on and so forth. So that time I was struggling on, improving the quality of the teaching as well as training the talent. Maintaining talent is the big challenge. And now come to the maturity of the stage, whereby my organization is much more well organized and well established, whereby I no longer need to be at the ground to teach the children by my own. However, I have already have a mature team to help me to run the program and to run the organization and even to improve the quality of the teaching. So at different stages, there are different challenges. Now, within all these challenges, I realized something that no matter what challenges that you are facing, determination is one of the biggest value. We must be determined, and you must know where you want to go and where you want to bring your team to head it. So we must have the end goal in mind. Of course, when I was started at the beginning, my dream is not that big. My goal is not that big. But after some time, you can have a small dream or you can have a small goal at the beginning, but as the organization is growing bigger and you will have different goals and you have to revise your goals at the different stages and apply different strategies to make your team move towards the direction and move towards to achieve your greater goal.
Okay, very inspiring. Michelle, can you tell me how you set up your team to, until today you able to have 5 franchise, okay, in your business. So how can you do that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. As nowadays, we all know in early childhood, especially, it is so hard to find talent and to retain talent. So, how was I started? Is of course, last year we are just accredited and registered as the franchisor by the government, and this is not easy. I am very blessed to have my core team, whereby I am carefully selected at the very beginning stage. Even though it is very hard to find talent, but for the responsibility and reliability that we are holding up, I realized that selecting talent is a first criteria that we must uphold. Yeah, by carefully selecting the right people to the right place, that will help me to reduce a lot of troubles in the future. Yeah. So what are the criteria? We will look into the core values. Now in Pink Tower, we have 5 core values that stand for DREAM. Yeah, the acronyms of D, determination, R, reliability, E, empathy, A, appreciation, and M is mindfulness. Now we are looking for these people that have all these 5 values that matches with our company core values in order for us to work together. And of course, after selections, we have a series of professional development for our educators. Of course, the teachers have their qualifications, perhaps, or maybe they are from the fresh grad. Yeah. So if that's the case, then we have different types of trainings to meet different types of level of the educators to meet their need. Besides, we also have the development pathways in order for them to realize, okay, what are their positions right now and how far they can grow in our organization. That will based on their competencies, based on their learning, and then based on what they are really passionate about. Because as a franchisor, we have actually different divisions. Yeah, we have different divisions. Besides of having teaching, there we can have supervisor position, and on top of that, we have a management. So in the management team, we also have different departments to run the organization. Yeah. So that is also depends on how, what are their interests in the organization, and that's create them the interest and even to keep them in the organization for the career pathway.
Okay, that's very good answer. Can you share with our audience? Okay, so how can you how you start a new business in early childhood education? So, for example, you have the early childhood preschool and childcare center.
Yes.
So how you start up with one and then you can duplicate another one and more come.
Yeah. Oh, that is a very, very good question. I think the era is changed. Yeah. Back to 20 years ago, that is much more straightforward and simple, whereby you acquire the qualifications or you gain some experiences, then you can straight away, apply the license and you can start a business, recruit students. However, I would advise the students that do not do so, okay, at this moment, because this is the digital era. This is, digital marketing zone. So I would highly recommend you to, besides gaining experiences, you also must understand the business model, how you want to position your business, whereby you need to differentiate yourself and others. Yeah. So if you are open up your own center, then you need to understand the market, what are the other centers are providing, and what are your services that makes you different from the rest of the competitors. therefore, you have to design, how you could positioning and capture the market. I think that is the first step. And then second, in order for you to grow your business, you must have a system. So what kind of system that you have in order for you to duplicate your system successfully, it's not just under the business is under your monitor, then you can run it successfully. You must make sure if you want to expand your business, the model is not just able to run successfully in your center. However, you must make sure the system can be duplicated and run as successful as your center. So that is the second part of it. So by doing so, you must have a core team. You must have the team that are reliable, even though you are not around, but your team are still perform at the top competency level. So that is my advice to those who wanted to start a business and also to expand your business. You remember, you must put your end goal in mind before you start. You must make sure what are the things that you want to achieve, maybe not 10 years time, but at least 3 to 5 years period. You must have this goal in mind before you venture into the business. That's my advice.
Excellent insights. Yeah. Okay. To our audience, most of us is the one that who wants to start a business.
Yeah.
But they will ask the questions: am I suitable to become an entrepreneur? So, what advice you can give to our audience? Okay. So to have motivate them to venture in this industry?
That is a very fantastic question. And this is a wise question because you will try to avoid a lot of loopholes, okay, or not to say loopholes, but you will avoid a lot of unnecessary challenges or obstacles. Yeah. Knowing yourself well is the first step to move on. Yeah. Different characteristics of people will have different preparations, okay? And first thing first, I think the mindset preparation is very crucial. Now, if you are the person or you have possessed the characteristics of having, are very determined and you are having, courageous, because talking about entrepreneurship, number one criteria is your courage. Many people, they have dreamed of become an own boss, but why not everybody become their own boss? It's because they are afraid of failure. If you are first starting that thinking of failure more than thinking of, oh, if I success, what my life is going to be, then you are very hard to start off. But if you have that kind of mentality, does that mean that you are no longer can become a boss? No. You can choose to work for others first. And you learn and acquire to become a good teacher, a good carer, a good educator before you jump into the entrepreneurship. Yeah, just like my a lot of my team that they're joining us because they do not have the courage or they do not have the platform or they do not know how to become to set up their own. So what they choose is they work with Pink Tower and we prepare them to reach to the steps on become an entrepreneur. That's why they take our franchise. And before that, they must have certain criteria. For example, their competency skills in teaching, and then the competency skills in managing a center and develop a team and organize some events. You communicate with the children and parents effectively and together with the team as well, motivate the team and so on and so forth. But all these are needed opportunity or platform for them to grow. So therefore, if you are afraid of failure or you are afraid of, you do not know how to do it, why not joining a well-established company where can prepare you to equip all these skills before you jump into the entrepreneurship journey. Best is the company support you by not only giving you the brand, but giving you the system as well as giving you the capital. That is always what I encourage my team to do. By the stages where they find that, hey, hello, I would like to, become an entrepreneur and I would like to take up the franchise, I am more than welcome to train them, and I will sit up with them and mentor them by when they want to achieve to that level and by what kind of support that Pink Tower can give to them, and in order for them to achieve their dreams.
Very comprehensive information to our audience. Okay, so Michelle, other than the childcare center and the preschool, okay, I understand that Michelle also the accredited trainer.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you share some with us?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. While I'm doing my academic studies, in between, I have also I love to learn. Basically, I am someone that loves to learn something new. So besides pursuing my academic accreditation, I also took TTT, TVET. Is that called? I also took TVET trainer that's accredited by Melbourne Polytechnic, and I also a certified professional trainer by the IPMA UK. Yeah. So having that accreditation, I realized that I have opened up a lot of opportunities. Yeah. I was being invited to other countries to develop, to train their teachers. Yeah, in other countries as well. Yeah. So these two are a bit different types of learning. Yeah. Having the trainer's accreditation, those can help me to develop my training. And that is why I realized that is so important in order for me to duplicate my system so that I know how to develop the training based on my business needs. Yeah. Thank you.
It's very motivating.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we come to the end of the session.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle.
Welcome.
For sharing your experiences, insights, and tips with us today. Okay. It's been a very pleasure having you today as our guest.
Thank you for having me.
Talk.
Yeah.
Okay. So to our audience, thank you for joining us. We hope this conversation has provided valuable insights and motivation for your journey in early childhood entrepreneurship. Remember, your journey may have its challenges, but with determination and the right competencies, you can certainly achieve your goals. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you for having me once again.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you, Michelle.